Hey, Paul Peck here. I'm on a project with some hideous texture on their ceiling, and I'm going to show you a drywall tool that is perfect for skim coating over hideous walls or ceilings, or even if they're just ugly and beat up, you can make them new again. I'll be using a 14-inch taping knife to apply the joint compound and a 32-inch smoothing blade to smooth it all out. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you how to mix the joint compound for skim coating and the exact tools you need to do it. All right, so basically I'm going to get the mud up on the ceiling and come back with the 32-inch smoothing blade. Okay, so when you're loading your knife, you don't want to put it across the whole knife. You want to leave maybe an inch or so on each side, so it's not squeezing out each end and falling all over the place and making a huge mess. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Paul, and I've been a drywall and painting contractor for over 25 years. If you're looking to step up your drywall, texturing, or painting game, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also click the bell notification to get alerted whenever I post a new video. Again, I'm just getting this up here. I'm going to smooth it out. I'm going to go ahead and speed these parts up a little bit. I'll keep it on regular time for the smoothing blade. All right, so I've got 2 can loads up here, so I'm going to drop back and take the blade and start wiping it down. Another thing I want to mention is notice that I'm not bringing the mud all the way to the corner because it's going to smush out and go on the wall. So I'm going to just take my time and do a real thin coat over here because when they textured it, they didn't pile up the texture in the corner either. So this should work out perfectly. All right, let's wipe this down. Now I'm going to take this and kind of work it into the corner a little bit. Let me know in the comments if you're a DIYer, contractor, painter. Just kind of curious. One more time. All right, so I'm just going to finish this small section and move to a whole nother section. Keep in mind that this is just the first round of skim coating. Once this skim coat is dry, I'll come back and do a whole nother round of skim coating using my paint roller trick. All right, gonna continue just applying the joint compound and then smoothing it out. Let me know in the comments what kind of drywall project you're working on. Keep in mind that it's not going to be perfectly smooth on the first skim coat, but once it's dry, if you have some big lines or anything, you can come back with your 6-inch knife and just scrape those down a little bit before you do your second round of skim coating.
And for anybody that's curious, this ceiling took me right at an hour to skim coat the whole ceiling. I'm not really applying a lot of pressure to the smoothing blade. I'm just letting it go on its own weight, and that's dictating how much pressure is put on the joint compound, which is making it nice and flat and consistent for the second round of skim coating. I will do no sanding on this ceiling whatsoever.
And that's because I'm going to be doing a skip trowel texture on this ceiling once the skim coating is done. So look out for that video. I'll be putting that out after I upload the skim coating with the paint roller trick video.
Okay, this is the last section I'll be skim coating on this ceiling, and the first round will be complete. Leave me a hashtag drywall tube in the comments if you've made it this far in the video. All right, final small section on the skim coating of this ceiling. Stick around and I'll let you know how much joint compound it took to skim coat the whole ceiling.
And I'm also going to show you how to mix the joint compound for skim coating coming up.
Can you say bye-bye ugly texture? I'll let this skim coat dry for 24 hours, and then you're going to want to stay tuned for the next video because I'm going to show you how to use a paint roller to apply the skim coat for a nice, consistent finish. For those wondering how much joint compound it took to do this whole ceiling with a heavy texture, just over 3/4 of a bucket of joint compound to do this whole ceiling. All right, so I'm going to be mixing up the all-purpose joint compound with my cordless DeWalt drill.
And this is a paint / mud mixer for just small batches of joint compound for skim coating or doing repairs, finishing, whatever. This is more of a DIY or a handyman type of way to do it, but I want to show how you can do it with a cordless drill. You can burn out the drill over time if you keep mixing with it. It's not going to hurt it to do it once in a while, but you don't want it to be your go-to mixer. But I'm going to show you what I use when I'm doing a whole big project. This is a mixing drill. It's a DRYWALL. And this is my paddle bit that I've had for almost 10 years. This thing is unbelievably strong and mixes up fast. But I'll leave a link down in the description to all the tools that I use in this video and all my other videos, so you can check it out, see the specs on them, price them out. It's my Amazon influencer store, so check that out. So I'm ready to mix. Going to use my cordless drill and the paint mixer just because I'm going to mix up probably 3/4 of a bucket. I'm not going to mix it real thin like a normal skim coat because I'm going over a heavy texture, so I'm going to leave a good amount of the body of the joint compound so I can build it down before I do the second coat, which is going to be a lot thinner. So I've got a container with water, which helps me control how much water I put in, and I know how much is going in. I'm going to mix up probably half of what's in this bucket right now. It's almost full, probably 3/4, maybe a little more. So I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom. I'm just going to mix it up halfway down. That way I can adjust the next level accordingly. Probably about a cup of water.
Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you're liking these videos. As you can see, I'm using the USG all-purpose joint compound with the dark green lid. I like to use that for the first skim coat because it has a lot more glue in it, and I'm going over this heavy texture, so it's gonna hold up a lot better and adhere better. For the second skim coat, I'll be using a +3 lightweight joint compound by USG.
As you can see, it brings the joint compound and water down into it, so
it'll mix it. So basically, you just want to keep mixing it till it all looks to be about the same consistency. And when you're covering a texture, whether it's on a wall or a ceiling, you want to skim coat, you want to keep it a little thicker. I would say about a yogurt consistency would be good on the first round of skim coating. All right, it's starting to look like how we want it. Again, it's a thick yogurt-like consistency since we're going over a thick texture, and this is the first skim coat. Want to go around, make sure, looking good, looking good. All right, so that only took a couple minutes to mix up. I think that's good to go. Now, you want to keep in mind you're better off mixing it a little thick than too thin because you can thin it down if it's too thick. But if it's too thin, it's going to be difficult to get it thicker unless you have another bucket of joint compound. Again, it's the USG all-purpose joint compound with the dark green lid. They sell this at most big box stores in your area, I'm sure. All right, so gonna load up my mud pan. As you can see, the consistency's nice and creamy, and it's like a thick yogurt consistency. Again, that's great for the first skim coat when you're going over a textured wall or ceiling. And if you want to catch the next video or any of my upcoming videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button now in the center of the screen to keep up with all my videos. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'll leave some of my most popular video links down below in the description. Thanks so much for watching.